They hurt you when they tried to protect you. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. They lied to protect your feelings about something. And I don't think they really wanted to hurt you, but I also pulled this emotional vampire card. I think this is someone who has done this before, and this is about their intentions, not about what actually happened. This is their side of what happened. You are a deep thinker and reflection. I think this is what they've been afraid of all this time, is that you would overthink what happened. Okay, I'm getting an energy from this now, the emotional vampire part. This person was already kind of on thin ice with you. Like, I'm thinking about a certain friend in particular a few years ago who we got close, but something happened and the friendship took a turn for the worse, and I didn't really expect that to happen, but I saw a red flag that made me go, okay, no. I mean, because I was actually about to rent a house with this person. Something just told me I can't do that, and it just caused a rift in the relationship that couldn't be repaired, and I made the right decision. So there's that part of it too, so take that for what it's worth. You know, when it comes to think about it, the person I'm thinking about, there was a whole lot of line to protect my feelings, to protect a lot of people's feelings, and that's extremely narcissistic. Also, you know what, I had a substance abuse problem, which just came out in the last reading, but they would get so angry when their friends would talk to each other behind their back. Like, you know, she had to, her friends were sort of on different islands, if you will. That's how I looked at it. And I found that that's a really red flag narcissistic trait, because I mean, they get so upset if they find out, what were you doing talking to that person? Because they've shown a different side of themselves, or all their lies, or, you know, it's like they are a completely different person when they talk to them than they are with this other person. Like, this person, like, I know because she's actually no longer with us. And I do miss her, but she just had some problems where, you know, stories shared after, it was like, yeah, she was just a different person with everyone, but that, you know, I loved her, that's who she was, and I regret that it had to go that way, our friendship, but there must be some reason this is coming through, because I haven't thought about this in a while. You know what, I didn't mean to hurt her. It's a thing where I just had to listen to my spirit and get out of there, because it was something that could have really hurt me financially, just in all kinds of ways. It was just one of those times in my life where your life could go in one of two directions, so I ended up having to go in a different direction. But it's because there were a lot of lies. It's because this person just kept, you know, suddenly I realized what an emotional vampire they were, and suddenly honestly, here's what happened. I had a vision, not a vision, I shouldn't say vision, a sense, a deep, deep sense, this intuitive knowing that I know some of you know what I'm talking about. It's the reason I have this channel. It's, you know, it's something I completely trust, and I've learned how to trust. 6 months from now, it's like I could see my life, and it was not good. Put it that way. This reflection, I think maybe you've had a lot of time to reflect and have a lot of deep, you know, these cards seem to me like they go together for this reading. This reflecting, there's been a lot of deep thinking, because I think maybe this is what happened to you too. Maybe it was one of those things where you were kind of in really deep with someone and then just saw a red flag, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, you are not who I thought. Ugh. I would think at my age I would have known by now to certain red flags. I was really trying to help this person, and they were in a bad situation. They were really in a very bad spot, but it's, you know, it wasn't my job to help them. I ended up having to get out of there because I just realized, you know, I can't let this person weigh me down. My life is not going to go forward. I mean, honestly, maybe what I'm sensing right now, because I still feel guilty about it. Like, I mean, like I said, I haven't thought about this person, and I miss her a lot. She was actually, honestly, one of my favorite people in the whole world. And I wish things hadn't had to be that way, because it feels like if there was a different timeline somewhere, you know, where I could go back and pick someone who I could have been a roommate with and just had fun, it would have been her. Would have been great. I'm sorry we didn't get to have that opportunity, but I just knew it wasn't the right thing, and it was a hard thing to do, but I had to do the right thing for me, and I have not regretted it once, because a few things happened after I ended that friendship that made me completely realize I was right, and many other people confirmed that for me. Anyway, I feel like this person thinks you would take them to another level, but would they take you to another level? What kind of level would you be? I keep thinking about the fact that when you reach down to pick someone up to help them off the ground, they could easily pull you right back down there with them. You got to make sure you're strong enough to lift them off the ground, you know? Love language, I actually think that you guys connected here. I think this could be the big connection that you both feel. This is a very important thing to have in common. I know, because it's not something I've had in common with a lot of people. And I think you do have this in common. That actually speaks to a lot. That actually says a lot. But don't confuse that for more than it is, you know? Don't confuse that for just some kind of passion that really isn't. Or, I mean, because you can vibe at the same level. Like, it can really raise the vibe of your friendship when you have the same love language or similar love languages, I think, or complementary, I should say. If it's more than that, let your spirit guide you. Let me get a few cards here. I just, you have to really keep reflecting. Is this somebody you want back in your life? I think that you cut them off pretty quickly, just like I did. And maybe it was really heartbreaking to cut them off, but you had to do what you had to do. You had to take care of yourself first. Okay, 3 cards. Let's pull this energy in. You set healthy boundaries. You achieve everything you want in life, and you are grateful. This is very much related to this person. There were no boundaries before, I don't think, or at least they weren't very well established. So, it could be that this person could be back in your life as long as you have the ability to set boundaries this time. And that's only, you can only decide that, but I'm just going to say, like, in general, let's just pull this energy in for you that from now on you set healthy boundaries with people. You achieve everything you want in life. I think the boundary issue has held you back. So let's just pull that energy in again. Let's manifest that so that you do achieve everything you want in life. I think that's been a blockage for you. But it's okay. You get it anyway. You get everything you want in life anyway. And also you are grateful. Just think of a few things you're grateful for. Let that be what you reflect on. I feel like you need to deep think. I do, honestly, now I'm kind of getting a new energy from this, that you need to reflect and deep think about things you're grateful about, because it'll raise your vibration. It'll just help cleanse your energy and just get you closer to God. It helps your manifestations, your prayers come true. You are grateful. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.